Republicans are red, Democrats are blue. What happens when you date someone with an opposing political view? Our next guest is a conservative who dished on her experience dating a Democrat in a recent column, and she says that she'll probably never date a Dem again. She joins us now, staff writer for Daily Wire, Kassy Dillon. Hey, Kassy.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I mean, this is hysterical. This is really funny. You dated him and you continued to go on dates with him because you had a lot in common, except for your politics. But you said you felt vilified, y'all argued, you avoid politics, and then y'all went on the road trip. What happened on the road trip?
So we chose not to talk about politics after our first huge disagreement. And then we went on the road trip. We were with another conservative couple. And this couple was planning on getting married. They agreed on fundamental values. And I was looking at them and thinking, well, do I see myself marrying him one day? And I came to the conclusion that I didn't. And honestly, the rest of the road trip, there was a lot of bickering because we kept talking about politics, and it didn't go too well. But we're still friends today, and I don't want people to think I'm saying you can't have bipartisan relationships, because you can. But for someone like me who works in politics, it's a little tricky.
Okay, so why did you decide to write this, and why have you decided, because of that experience, you will never date a Democrat again?
Well, honestly, I wrote it kind of as a joke, as just kind of sharing a funny experience, talking about bipartisanship. It's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek article, but it's all true. And the response I've received to it from a lot of people is, A, they have had the similar experience. B, a lot of people told me they got divorces after the election of Trump. And then C, a lot of people say they've been married for decades and it hasn't really changed anything, and they just know how to argue their political beliefs.
You said you avoid taking them to parties with your Republican friends because you felt like there was a Democrat spy there.
Yeah, so in Washington, D.C., there's plenty of places where Republicans hang out, especially after work if you work in Congress. And I felt like I couldn't take him to some of these places because he got worked up very easily.
That's hard to have a relationship with someone you can't take around with you. What did he say? Because I know you said you still, every time you're in Washington, y'all get together, you go to lunch, you go to dinner. You call him Tom in this article. What is he saying about the article?
Well, a lot of people are trying to figure out who Tom is.
I'm sure.
And some people actually have. He's gotten text messages of people figuring out who it was him. But, you know, we're still great friends. We really bond over the pro-Israel issue. That's really what unites us. And, I mean, we still talk, and he thought the article was funny, and I definitely showed it to him before I put it out. Don't get me wrong.
Well, you concluded, since you work for the Daily Wire, you said he told you that his dad is a big fan of the Daily Wire. Maybe next time I see him, he will be too. Kassy, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.